Okay, we are reading from Bhagavad-gītā, chapter 11, and verse number 12, in the matter of the universal form. Daivi Shurya Sahasresha Sahasrayasya Bhave Bhugapat Utthita Yadbha Sadrishi Sasyat Bhasastasya Mahatmanaha. If hundreds of thousands of suns were to rise at once into the sky, their radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in the universal form. Next one, Prabhu. Tatraikastam jagat krusnam pravibhaktam anekadha apasya dheva devasya sharire pandavasthadam. At the time Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands. Tatastha Vishmaya Vishto Tastaro Madhamna Ajaya Pranamya Tirasadhevam Ketanjalair Abhastha. Then bewildered and astonished, his hair standing on the end, Arjuna bowed his head to offer obeisances and with folded hands began to pray to the Supreme Lord. Jai Shri Krishna Paramatma Bhagavan ki. So just a few seconds. Yes, we know this universal form is very. This last verse we were discussing about how this Supreme Personality of God, it's like the universal form is so very gigantic and astonishing, and dressed up with big garlands and dress and perfumes and other ornaments have been decorated to Supreme Lord. It was shining greatly, amazing, infinite, with faces in every direction. It is really unimaginable in our view and imagination, because of when Krishna wants to exhibit his pastimes, we can't understand really. So, like in Vrindavan, so in Brahma Vimochana Lila, we already know that we experienced that when Brahma wants to check Krishna, because with his limited knowledge, he doesn't know who is Krishna. So he wants to check Krishna, like, okay, let me check this boy. He's a small guy. Is he really Vishnu avatar or some, like, a mystical person? Okay, let me check. So he kidnapped all the cows and calves and boys, the Gopas. Then Krishna, they were playing in a hide and seek game. So as soon as Krishna came out of, like, finding out his friends and his cows and calves, and he couldn't see anyone there, then Krishna immediately, in this head shop, like, these boys and all, he found out that the swan's feather. Then immediately he sensed it. Okay, this is Brahma Maya. Okay, let me see. Let me show him who I am. And Krishna started expanding each and every cow and boys. And he started playing as usual, like there was nothing happened. Then Brahma was he was lying down for 1 minute, then his time, he just, in this 1 minute, 1 year gone in this earthly planet. So we know that the time differences. And as soon as he realized that, he was looking down that. So Krishna was playing as usual, and he couldn't really imagine that what's happening. He got confused and surprised that, okay, how I can see that. Then immediately Brahma looked at these boys in the clouds. They are there only sleeping. Then immediately Brahma realized that, oh, I did a mistake. Then I have to go and ask forgiveness from the Lord. He came, he paid his obeisances. Then as soon as he paid obeisances, then he was asking Krishna, oh, sorry, Krishna, I was underestimating your powers. So for Brahma itself, it is like, difficult to understand Krishna's power when Krishna directly presented. So like as in human beings, so it is really difficult to understand if we are not connected to Krishna consciousness or we are not under a parampara, like Tadvidyanardam Sagurum Eva Vigachate, because Sadguru only can give us the consciousness and about the knowledge about the Krishna. That the knowledge here is a transcendental knowledge, the transcendental knowledge which only deals about Krishna. If it doesn't deal about Krishna, it doesn't consider as a transcendental knowledge. So then he realized, he asked forgiveness, and Krishna shown him who is the boss. Vivato Mukam means here, like, we can say whose faces are everywhere. Like, whose faces are everywhere. Krishna is everywhere. Like in Dwaraka, he was expanded himself as 16,108 palaces. He was presented in each and every palace. He was doing different pastimes and activities. Even Narada got astonished. Narada knows who is Krishna. What is Krishna? Still, to see and enjoy as a devotee of Krishna, he was relishing those. Like this Arjuna also, he was relishing by seeing Krishna's persons. Arjuna knows who is Krishna. But due course of time, to make us to understand, and all whoever is participated in the war, for their benefit, so he was requesting Krishna to come and show his powers and his expansions. So everything is being described to as a person. So where is the question of imperson? So Krishna is there in everywhere, even in his Aneka Murtis, in the Virata form, universal form, there are person. At least from Bhagavad-gītā, nobody can prove that the absolute truth, God is in person. That is not possible. But still, so we have to understand that they are doing that. So that means they do not understand what is Bhagavad-gītā. Bhagavad-gītā is clearly says that in each and every point, it says that scholars cannot understand the Bhagavad-gītā. So one who has to surrender to Krishna and through his devotees, they only can understand. So whether my perception may be right or wrong, but the Shastra, Gitas, like Vedic scriptures, always right. Sanjaya could understand Bhagavad-gītā because of Vyasa Maharshi's mercy. Vyasadeva, we all have to understand that because of Vyasadev's mercy. So at least we know what is the real existing Bhagavad-gītā, which is coming through Parampara. If Vyasadeva would have not compiled the Bhagavad-gītā as it is, then we don't understand what it is. There is that form had celestial fragrances and ointments. It was shining, like shining means Devam, which is unprecedented. Unprecedented means Anantam. So, and had faces in all directions, which we discuss now. If the splendor of the thousand suns rose simultaneously, so in the sky, that effulgence would be similar to one of the splendor in the effulgence of this great form. So, especially in this verse, it describes that incomparable effulgence of that form. If the effulgence of 1,000 suns rose in the sky at once, how we can understand that? See, in the summer, when sun is in the peak, only one sun, just for few seconds we go out and stand, we can't bear because we doesn't have strength bodily itself, bodily, and body, because of due to heat, we can't bear the heat. At the same time, our vision become blurrish. Our vision become blurrish. We can't see anything. Just one sun for 1 second. Thousands of suns are there. Do we really have the capacity to see that thousands of suns effulgence when Krishna displays his energy? So it doesn't matter. Is a two-handed form, thousands of hands, thousands of faces, thousands of suns. So it would be similar to one of the splendor of this universal form, that Mahatmanaha, that means of the Lord. Optative tense is used to show the supposition. Like here a metaphor called, we can say that Utpreksha or poetic fancy is used here, comparing the effulgence of 1,000 suns to the astonishing nature of the object of comparison, the universal form. But since the comparison is deficient, what is suggested is that nothing could compare to this form's effulgence. Only you can understand this through the devotees. So comparison itself is a wrong, which we cannot compare. Like Vishnu form is, all Vishnu forms have a same strength, but at the same time, so all Vishnu forms have a 400 form, and Krishna, he has a 200 form, but the everything is source is Krishna. We discussed many times, like from Krishna, off expands Balaram, then off expands is Shakti, Aladini Shakti Radharani. This half Balaram expands and Vishnu, Mahavishnu, from there, then quadruple expansions. The quadruple expansions, we know, Niruddha Pradyumna, Sankarshana, Vasudeva. So, this, then from there, again, quadruple expansions expands. So, it is, for normal people, it is difficult to understand. This verse contains of the thought expressed previously. If you go the 9th verse, we understand clearly. 9th verse says that but you cannot see me with your present eyes. We should have a Therefore, I give you divineness. Behold my mystical opulence. That's what even Brahma Samhita says that Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Am Syamasundara. So, O King, having spoken, thus the Supreme Lord of all mystic powers, the personality of Godhead, displayed this universal form to Arjuna. And even the next verse says, on the battlefield, in the body of the Lord, Arjuna then saw what he saw the parts of the whole universe in one place in various ways. Then what happened after he sees? What happened after he sees that on the battlefield, the body in the Krishna's Deva Devasya with 1,000 heads. In that sacred form, Arjuna then saw the whole universe, all its various parts, Pravibhaktam. That means in one place, Ekastham. As was explained, if you go see in the 7th verse, the universe was variously composed of earth, gold, and jewels, Anekadha. Or it can mean that the universe appeared in small, medium, and large forms. So how it is possible? One time it appears big, one time it appears small. Because it is in hands of Krishna. Ihaikastam Jagat Krishnam Pasyatesha Characharam Mam Dehe Gudakeshaya Chanyadrastam Ichasi. In one place. So here, whatever we see, behold at once in this body of mine. This universal form can show you whatever you now desire to see and whatever you may want to see in the future. Everything moving and non-moving is here completely in one place. So Srila Prabhupada says that what Arjuna saw was indescribable, yet Sanjay is trying to give a mental picture of that great revelation to Dhritarashtra. Neither Sanjaya nor Dhritarashtra was present, but Sanjaya, by the grace of Vyasa, could see whatever happened. Thus, he now compares the situation as far as it can be understood to an imaginable phenomenon. So, thousands of suns. So, the word here in the next verse says that word Tatra there is very significant. It indicates that both Arjuna and Krishna were sitting on the chariot when Arjuna saw the universal form. Others on the battlefield could not see this form. So we can see that even in Krishna Leela, when Krishna was fighting with Bhaumasura, so because Pradyumna was kidnapped by this man, so he has expanded himself some 7 forms with having lot of strength. So 1,000 forms, and he prayed to Lord Shiva. He got strength. He got support from Shiva and all other demigods. And Shiva brought his army to fight against Krishna to remove this Aniruddha from this clutches of this Rakshasa. Because then Krishna came and showed him who is Krishna, where this energy has come from. So, yes, just he gives, we understood that even this Narsimha Leela, Hiranyakashipu, he was trying his best to defeat Narasimhadev. But Narasimhadev he was just playing, like when a father plays with his son, when son is in 3 years or 4 years old boy, in the due course of play, the son tries to defeat when father arm wrestling. So son tries his best. He tries his best to defeat his father, but he doesn't have that much energy. We know how a 4-year-old might have energy, comparing with his 20 years plus old father. Like that, Krishna has, Narasimhadev has a lot of strength. Is it really possible to, a 4-year-old boy to defeat a father? We have to understand that Krishna's strength is uncomparable, even in the form of strength, or in the form of effulgence, in the form of his beauty. You can see any ways. So his fame, his knowledge, if Krishna renounces, so we can't compare the renunciation also. So others on the battlefield could not see this form, but because of Krishna gave the vision only to Arjuna. Arjuna could see in this body of Krishna many thousands of planets, as we learn from Vedic scriptures. So there are many universes and many planets. Some of them are made of earth, some are made of them as gold. How this Dwaraka palaces are are made of gold, jewels, and some are made of that's a very. And sitting on his chariot, Arjuna could see all this, but no one could understand what was going on between Arjuna and Krishna. So then he was trying to understand. So still he was convinced, is not convinced fully. In second chapter also, so his question was that he was asking, so please, I can't fight. So how can I fight? You just give me exclusively give me excuses from this fight. But Krishna is not, he doesn't listen to him. Then he says that Tata sa vishriyam yuso saroma dhananjaya pranamaya shirsha bhevam kitam janalit abhastha. Then bewildered and astonished, his hair standing on end, Arjuna bowed his head to offer obeisances and with folded hands began to pray to the Supreme Lord. What he was praying? Then Arjuna, who knew Krishna, then experienced the rasa of Adbhuta, the astonishment on seeing at that time. So the form with 1,000 heads, which he understood actually existed within Krishna. Looking at Krishna, who had furnished this form, he spoke. Arjuna was the conqueror of all wealth, Dhananjaya, and thus very steady, but with hair standing on the end, overcome with astonishment after offering his respects to Krishna by touching his head to the earth. He spoke with folded hands. It is hinted that he did not cover up his eyes out of fear, but displayed openly great astonishment. The Lord is the alambana, is the vishaya or object invoking rasa. This is part of vibhava. In rasa, there are 5. We know components: satvika bhava, anubhava, Sanchita Bhava, Vibhava, and Sthayi Bhava. Vibhava is a preliminary factors, has two components, alambana and persons involved Vishaya. And the objects of love and Ashraya, the experiencer, that means who is experiencing the Arjuna. Here we see. And Uddipana, that means stimulants. When Arjuna looked at him again and again, the gazing became the Uddipana or instigation or rasa. Offering respects and folding hands are anubhavas. Standing of head on the end is the sattvika bhava. Mind overwhelmed by these elements, joy and steadiness are sanchari bhavas. By these four components, the fifth component, the sthayi bhava called Vishamaya, became nourished, and the five together became Adbhuta Rasa. So this Adbhuta Rasa is clearly, so we can understand. So how different rasas and different like how Arjuna is folding hands and experienced. So that's what, in that place, the Tatra on the battlefield, in the body of the Lord, Deva Devasya, we can see in this verse, Deva Devasya Sharira Pandavastadha. It was impossible to take into account the whole universe. Therefore, Arjuna saw that a part situated in one part of the body at different moments. Pravibhaktam ye kastam. A part situated in the Lord's spore, or a part situated in his belly and in various ways, anekadha, that is, he saw that form made of earth, made of gold, made of jewels, or measuring 50 koti yojanas or 100 koti yojanas. 1 yojana means, so 8 miles. So like hundreds and hundreds of koti yojanas. And if I'm not wrong, I think I do recollect, 1 yojana means 8 miles. So if anyone can correct me if I'm wrong, then overcome with wonder, hair standing on end, Arjuna bowing his head before the Lord and folding his hands in prayer spoke that. So Arjuna said, your body, I see all the devatas as well as the masses of all the beings. I see Lord Brahma seated on a lotus feet, like all the rishis and shining snakes. I see a multitude of vivaparous animals, bhuta visheshas, and Brahma situated on Mount Meru at the center of the lotus of the earth planet. So it is really tough to understand. So how do we understand Krishna? So Arjuna is telling that your instructions are confidential spiritual matters which you have kindly delivered unto me, and my illusion is now dispelled. So then he was telling that so unless, I mean, Prabhupada says, unless one is convinced that Krishna is the original cause of all causes, the Sarva Karana Karanam, he has not understood that confidential subject matter of Bhagavad-gītā. That is the Aham Sarvasya Prabhu Mattas Sarvam Pravartate. Unless one comes to this conclusion that Krishna is the origin of everything, Aham sarvasya prabho mattas sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. He cannot be fixed up in the worship or serving Krishna. This conclusion must be reached. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. We have to understand that. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. And everything is originating from Krishna. So, and now the opposite, this is the conclusion that one has to understand that Krishna is the cause of all causes and he is the origin of everything. So why do they divert their attention to the other subjects? Because lack of understanding, because of Maya. And what is that Maya? What is that Maya? And the Maya is that Krishna. So Krishna, he has the two energies. One is transcendental and eternal. So another one is Maya. So one who takes the shelter of Maya, then he will be in delusion and illusion. And he is in a confusion finally. And who understands Krishna's transcendental knowledge, then definitely, so he will be understood Krishna perfectly and his life becomes successful. There will be no delusion, there will be no confusion, and there will be no suppression. So Krishna is an ordinary human being. Yeah, he is also like that. The Krishna body is like that mind, but Mayavada thinks that. So this has been explained in Srimad Bhagavatam that Matirna Krishner Prata Arataha Swato Va. It was in mind any of our ideas, no, it is other than Krishna is Maya. We have to understand that. And here Prabhupada says that Matirna Krishne. Just explain Matirna Krishne Parataha Swato Va Prata means from other sources it says that just like this is Parataha and Swato means Krishna. In everything Swato means personally. Swa Matirna Krishne Parataha Swato Va Mito Bhagavad-gītā Graha Vartanam or Mita. There are three sources of understanding. Mita means just like we are studying all together. Mita means in the congregation. Abhipadhyeta Graha Vratanam. So is of the embodied people, so they don't understand. No, Graha Vratanam means those who are attracted to this Graha means this worldly family life, Graha Vrata. So those who have decided that we shall remain in the Graha, in this Graha, for them, either personally or from others by conference, the Matirna Krishna. And they do not have the mind fixed on Krishna. Grahamedis, it is difficult to understand Krishna. But Grahasthas means who is perfectly situated in Grahasthashrama and they have the knowledge of Krishna. They know who is Krishna. They know what they are doing. They know the meaning of Grahasthashrama, what they are supposed to do. Yes. And why they cannot? Adanta Ghobe Vishwatam Tamasiram. This Grahavrata means sense enjoyment. This Grahastha life is a concession of for sense gratification, licensed ashrama for sense gratification. But one who understands the perfection of, like, no, the purpose of the Grahastha ashrama or Brahmacharya ashrama, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi ashrama, the purpose of the ashrama, then their life becomes successful. They are situated in Krishna consciousness. So, all right. So, A grasa enjoys sex life, marry one woman, remains in faithful husband and wife. So unless one determines that this is not my life and apashyatam atma tattvam grahe grahame dinam. That's what in Bhagavad-gītā we heard from second chapter from like 12th verse. It says that in one, like in another place, it is also said that Sukadeva Goswami quotes that one who cannot understand what is his self-interest, apashyam atma tattvam, actually what is needed, what is the need of the soul, graheshu grahamedinam, grahabrata and grahamedi, those who words are for persons who are too much attached to this worldly life, so this determination already is there. Krishna is the original cause of everything. Iti matva bhajet bhajante mam. One who understands this perfectly well, he can be engaged in the matter of the rendering service to Krishna. Otherwise, it is very difficult. Matirna Krishne parataha swa ova. So, any buddhi other than giving Krishna is Maya. Anything you think other than Krishna is Maya. Yes, then we think that I am incarnation of Krishna. How foolish thing. We are part and parcels of the Krishna. So tomorrow, like now, we may say that you are incarnation of God. Is it your fault? No. But it is going on. The ordinary day, the other day, like this guy in Jigni, I think Nityananda is there. So he was climbing. He has his own planet now. He says that I am Bhagavan. I have Kailash. So one day I saw he decorated himself as a Balaji, 200 forms of Krishna, nice big mukut, and like how Vajayanti Mala, garland, he is thoroughly imitating Krishna, Balaji. I'm saying, then in that moment he's saying, I'm in Vaikuntha form now. This useless guy doesn't know what is Vaikuntha, what is Kailash. He claims he is living in Kailash, but he says that I'm in Vaikuntha form. What a useless thing. This kind of nonsense people are that misguiding the worldly people now. See, actually in Bharat Bhumi, it is very wonderful place to practice Krishna consciousness in recently. Okay, I'll just share one small thing. Recently, Guru Maharaj visited Malaysia. So it's very friendly nature. Even everyone respects. But you cannot preach to Muslims. You can preach to Buddhists, you can preach to Christians, but you cannot preach to Muslims. If you preach to Muslims, then you will be under, like, behind the bars. So at the same time, it's like, we were like, when we were entering into country, we were in Karmi dress. Then after, then we changed it to saffron and all. Then everyone respects, not only saffron. Their culture is very well trained culture. So even in hospitals or hotels, so it is really amazing culture. I feel sometimes in India only, because all useless people are misguiding the our Indians, and actually this is the situation and time we have to take it very strongly and vigorously, this Krishna consciousness to everyone. Otherwise, actually I feel that only the Mayavada was, these people, even educated people, are expanding and spreading too much. In other places, is not that. And you can preach. And anyway, these people, that's Kali Prabhava. So we have to understand that. So we don't know when our time comes and we leave this body. So as long as we are in this body, so we know, we understood this Krishna consciousness, the importance of Krishna consciousness, we should take it seriously and spread this movement and give this knowledge of Bhagavad-gītā to each and every individual. And by giving this knowledge, okay, he may not change immediately, but this knowledge changes himself in due course of time, if it is possible in this life or else, well, after next life. But it benefits a person, because the purpose of this knowledge is to understand we are not this body, we are part and parcel of Krishna, we are the soul and the eternal. So one fine day we have to go back to God and serve the Krishna. That is the motive of this Krishna consciousness, this knowledge we should give. So as long as we are on that platform, so then definitely we benefit the society. Otherwise, we fall a trap of the Maya and we lose the purpose of this life. So that, that's what, in this verse says, next verse also says that, so like, my dear Lord Krishna, Arjuna is saying that here, I am assembled in your body, all the demigods, and I see assembled in your body all the demigods and various other living entities. I see Brahma sitting on your lotus feet, lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva and all the sages and divine serpents. So everything he could see that. So, but which he has realized that. So definitely, so then he doesn't have any choice. He has to fight now. So that's we could understand today's topic. So thank you for giving me opportunity. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyo chapatitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Any doubts or comments, please? Mataji's, Prabhu's. Already
Prabhu, Pranam. It was a very wonderful class on Krishna Tattva, Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranam to everybody assembled. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. How is Guruji doing?
Yeah,
Guru
he is good, Mataji. He's able to, his vision has improved after his eye surgery.
So nice, Prabhuji. Actually, Dr. Pradeep Mahanta is my own senior from college.
Oh, good.
So, and actually, I felt so nice. I thought maybe if I was in good health, I could have come and assisted him for his surgery.
Okay. Mataji, your good name?
I'm Kalyani.
Kalyani. You live in Bangalore?
No, I live in Hyderabad, and Pradeep Mahanta Dada knows me very well.
Okay, then I will tell him next time. After 2 months, we go again.
Oh, 1 week checkup should be there, no, Prabhuji?
Yesterday, that one more doctor, Dr. Bonamali, he came. He's under Pradeep Mahanta, Dr. Pradeep Mahanta. So he came and he checked. He told everything all right. Gurumas doesn't have any itching or any pain and any reddish. Like
the right eye was operated, no?
Yeah, right one. And he was telling that yesterday, even during class time, so I could see all of you.
Even so nice.
Yeah, he could see the script also.
Wonderful, Prabhuji.
He could see. So
very happy.
Yeah, for that was like initially was planning to maybe where to go, maybe Bangalore or something. And different reasons are there to come to Bangalore. This might be one reason.
His place is near Mayapur?
Yeah, Ranagat is very close by, right?
Okay.
It's just
so
1
very
hour
good.
journey. 1 hour.
Very nice, Prabhuji.
He could take rest nicely.
And the journey, the travel was less, so it was comfortable.
Yeah, it is. We were going to Mayapur from Kolkata. So it took
Mm.
hardly 10 minutes procedure, not much. So we were there almost like, Happy stop was there 10:15 and Gurma stop was there 10 in that big, like, operation theater.
Mm-hmm. Very
Yeah.
nice, Prabhuji.
Yes. Simple procedure. That's good. Thank you for
Thank-
all your prayers for
thank-
Guru Maharaj's good health.
Thank you. It felt very nice, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Anyway, I could share this to Guru Maharaj as well. Kalyani, Dr. Kalyani Mataji. So you are you are his student, Mataji?
No, I was his junior, and we were doing our post-graduation, and he was doing his super specialization. So he was like guiding us during exams, study this, study that, ragging us, you don't know this, you don't know that. So he was like guiding us. He's very close to me, and we are in the same. I mean, he comes from a very humble background, and he has made a big hospital, and he's what do you call given shelter to so many blind children. So he's into helping blind children. That you may not be knowing because you didn't have time, but this is what I'm just telling you. All with God's grace, Prabhuji.
Before we go to Malaysia, Guru Maharaj visited once that place, and we were there almost half an hour, 45 minutes. And the day where Guru Maharaj, like when Guru Maharaj was undergoing surgery, that time we were there almost 1.5 hour or 2 hours. So we reached by, I think we reached by 1 o'clock, 12:50. Then we were there till 4:30. Yeah, so many people are coming. It's a nice place.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, it is good wherever it solves our health issues. It doesn't matter if it's a big place or small place or village or town. Yeah, the purpose is being fulfilled. So as soon as the purpose is been fulfilled, so we don't have any regrets.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Right. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Srimad Bhagavad-gītā ki